we're live right here with the legendary Ricky Bradshaw and the legendary Shawn Christopher. And we wanted to get some information about Ricky Bradshaw, also Shawn Christopher, and how they even got together to make the amazing song Never Knew Love.
So my name is Ricky Bradshaw, and I'm a writer, producer, DJ. I make house records. I make a lot of different kind of music, but my passion has always been house music. So that's what I do the most of. And Never Knew Love as a project, actually Never Knew Love and Touched by Your Love started off as ideas of Shawn Christopher. And she brought them to me, and I really wasn't into no disrespect to Stephanie and all the cats who did the original I Never Knew Love, but it just never really moved me that much. So when she brought it to me, I was like, oh man, I don't know if I could do something to that. And then one night I had an idea about the chord progression, and it just turned into what you're hearing right now. So
now, let me ask you this, Ricky. I mean, with that collaboration, you know, Ricky Bradshaw featuring Shawn Christopher, let me ask you, I mean, what's the relationship between you two guys?
That's my mama.
That's my baby boy.
That's right.
No, seriously. I mean, like what's the relationship? I mean, because, I mean, we look here, I mean, she's amazing, she's beautiful. I mean, we look at you, I mean, you guys look close to the same age.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna comment on that part of it because definitely in the genes. This is my mom. This is my mom. We grew up together, so to speak. So, and I've always written all the songs I write that have a female voice. I always hear my mother's voice in them. So,
kind of give us kind of a story of how you were as a kid. Were you singing in church or singing for the family or whatever? And how did you get to the point where you started doing? Just tell us some of the things that you did behind the scenes before I met you in '85.
Well, I didn't grow up singing in church at all.
Okay.
I did have experiences singing in church at one point or another, but I didn't come from the gospel background.
Okay.
I didn't really know that I was going to be a professional singer until I was 19. Actually, my brother, who was Gavin Christopher, who's a known writer and songwriter and musician and producer. I was real influenced by Gavin. I went to see him, and I was blown away by him all the time. And then I finally got a chance to do a show. And then actually I realized I could actually get paid for doing this. And I was like, hey, I'm happy about that. So then I loved doing it. And my first band was a band called Lovecraft. Professional band was called Lovecraft, and they were on the label, which is so old. It's called Mercury Records.
Mercury was a label back in the day. Polygram label.
Exactly. Yeah. So I got with Lovecraft, and Lelomi Washburn was the lead singer. I sang and toured with her for a little bit, and then she left, and I took over leads, and that was the beginning of my professional career. Okay. But of course, as far as house music and stuff go, I was doing background vocals on so many different people. Fast Eddie, Tyree Cooper, Super Duper, all these people, Frankie Hollywood, was it?
Yeah,
Frankie Hollywood is all kind of people. I was doing sessions all the time on their projects. Joe Smooth, Frankie Knuckle, everybody. Wow. Back in the day, it was just a lot of fun. And then I got the tour with Kim Mazel in the late 80s. Okay. And then Mike Wilson had called Ricky looking for me to be a guest artist on Another Sleepless Night.
And was a hit.
Well, it was just going to be a record that he was going to put on his, on his own album. We had no idea.
Yeah.
Well, when it hit in 90 like it did, and it went #1, and it was the biggest thing going on, and we were all blown away.
Wow.
It was a blessing.
And then you followed up with Don't Lose the Magic.
Then Don't Lose the Magic, yes, which also blew me away. And I'm just trying to stay it's never been as consistently big as those two records, but I've tried to stay in the game. Sweet Freedom, and then they re-released Don't Lose the Magic and whatever, in 2000. So, just trying to stay in it.
Then Lil Lewis had you sing vocals on French Kiss, right?
French
a lot of
Kiss,
people probably don't even know she did that.
Yeah, I did French Kiss. Oh, God.
So she
my mama's not doing the explicit part.
No,
she did not do that.
I don't do that.
She wasn't my mama.
She sang the verses.
Actually, it's kind of funny because it was like at 1 o'clock in the morning when Farley Jack Master Funk was at the studio with Lil Lewis, and he called me up and he goes, Shawn, we need some vocals. Can you get down here? It's 1 o'clock, Farley. What are you talking about? Well, anyway, that's how it happened. And went in and just sang a couple of verses. It was pretty quick, you know, because he already had the core of it done. Actually, I think it was so exciting for so many people because the reason it was so exciting was because it had that thing to slow down. And that was kind of new for the time. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it speed back up, and then Lewis wanted to figure out how he could take it to the next phase, and the next phase would be a vocal, you know. And that's how that happened. Yeah,
because it was basically it was used, but it was instrumental, so they wanted to have some kind of commercial appeal. So
and they already had the moaning on it already. I just want y'all to know that.
You did background vocals for other people in between too, like
I toured with Shaka for 3. I went on tour with Shaka Khan from '82 to '85, which was one of the best experiences of my life because I've always adored her and admired her vocals and patterned myself a lot after her. You know, I figured, see, my uncle made her clothes and my brother wrote her songs. It should have been me. No, I'm kidding. So, you know, but I was blessed enough to go on tour with her, and that was a great experience. I worked with Melissa Morgan, Vesta Williams.
See, and all you all have that soul that people cannot deny. I mean, that's just
the old school.
I've been lucky enough to work with a few of those people.
And I've worked on your projects as well. Yeah, I've worked with, you know, a lot of people like Nick Tremulous in Chicago, and then I went on tour with the band Sonia Dada. I was with them for 7 years and back and forth in Chicago. So it's been pretty good. I did Dennis DeYoung's album. I've done quite a bit of work.
Great.
You know, it's been pretty big blessing for my music career. I made a wish that you and I would be together for the rest of our lives. Our day would come. Somehow I knew, baby, you would hear my heart calling out to you. I'm not alone. I have no fear.
So now it's 2007, and you're doing what's probably a dream come true, working with your son. I would think that's like a great thing. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that's been a blessing since '96, actually. The end of '95, early '96, when I came to Ricky with Never Knew Love. I just, my life had just taken a turn for the best. And I heard these lyrics one day, this song on the radio one day, and I called him immediately. I was like, Ricky, you know, I can't think of a better song to dedicate to God, you know, about how I feel he's changed my life and moved in my life. And like he said, he wasn't too fired up about the song to begin with. He's like, oh, Ma, you know, but I knew that it was a personal venture for me. However, I had no idea how he would turn it into a masterpiece with a classic.